that you were here. For those of you just now tuning in, my name's CarmelOP, and I'm currently on the final fight of this game, and I'm getting my ass kicked left, right, and center. Because of course the boss has to have 2 stages. That I don't have his second stage attacks memorized yet. And he does so much damage that ends up taking all of my healing item and fuck. Okay, free real estate attack. Okay. See, it's that attack that gets me, dude. I don't know, like, how you're expected to dodge that. Like, I really don't. I think I do just have to poke him and get out, poke and get out. Or I dodge it at the perfect time, I guess. Because I didn't take damage there when I should. Come on, dude, that's so inconsistent. Okay, yeah, like I'm supposed to dodge that easily. Thankfully, he doesn't jump too far. Yeah, I think I'm out of ammo now, which is fucking not great. Yeah, I'm out of ammo. Fuck. Okay, we're good. Fuck you, we're done. No, we're not done? What? Okay. Oh, he turned to stone.
The Count's corrupted body fell heavy on the ground. Arlo rushed to the edge, calling for the king, but the only answer in the mist was the icy wind. The war was won, but Arlo could not feel the victory. He barely noticed his friends join him. The Fellowship bowed their heads in honor of their brave king. The tale of this war would be as much of loss as of winning.
Damn. Damn. Reggie's fucking
they
dead.
Returned to the Crimson Keep in near silence, each with their thoughts. There would be no victory parades.
Oh, I guess not here. No, to the actual keep. Whoops. I thought we were going to the training grounds. Okay, but we killed him. It's kind of bittersweet that the game... Oh, no! I'm gonna cry! No! They're gonna crown Dennis now. Damn it. God damn it, dude. You can't do this to me. No, it's... Oh, they're gonna put his crown on his throne. You can't do this to me. You can't.
Arlo heard a commotion ahead. In the throne room were raised voices.
You can't do this to me.
Bertel stood in front of Reggie's throne, holding the crown, asking who should now carry this burden. Dennis barged forward to claim it. He was brother of the king. It was his by birth. Robin stepped forward and proclaimed that Arlo was rightfully king. Without him, there would be no kingdom to rule. He had proved himself on the peak. He was not alone. Leaders of the clans stepped forward and echoed their favor of the warden. Arlo objected. He had no claim here. Bertel slammed his staff into the floor to silence the rising voices. He had a secret to tell. Arlo's father was King Rattus. Bertel himself had delivered him as a child to the warden. He had a claim, if he was willing to take it. Arlo felt the truth of it, and the paw of destiny seemed to push him forward to take his place upon the throne. Bertel placed the crown upon his head. The weight of rule was his now. Dennis had been forgotten in the shouts of joy from the clans. He raised his blade and swore vengeance. It was his birthright, and he would reclaim it from this usurper.
Oh no.
Arlo set aside the warden and became the king. A new dawn broke over the land, bright and clear. The king sensed it would not last. The promise of his half-brother would surely mean war would come again. But that, as they say, is a tale for another time.
Okay. Oh my god, I don't know what to say. Reggie's dead. I like Reggie. Fuck, I'm so pissed. Okay. Alright, so this is going to be a bit rough to not even rough, like, I mean, it's going to be an easy review, to be honest, now that I think about it. Okay, let's skip past all. I want to see if there's like a post-credit scene. But Dennis cannot get a break, can he? He cannot. That man cannot get a break. He genuinely cannot. As for Doug Cockle. He got beaten by Reggie in the first game. Second game, you know, Arlo takes the throne. I don't like that. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like that as part of the story. But we'll get to that. That's just a pet peeve. It's not objectively is it bad? No. It actually sets up for conflict in the second game, which I've talked about through the playthrough of the game, is that you can't eliminate all conflict or else the game becomes boring, you know? Come on. Okay, can we skip this at all? No. I'm gonna wait. I'm just waiting to see if there's an after credit scene. I want to get my total game time in. I can actually just add 2.5 hours to the total time thus far, so it's looking like it's 8.5 hours long, which is good. Pomegranate Consulting, sure, whatever the fuck that is. Dev Babies, aw, in loving memory. Damn. No fucking way! No way! Oh my god. Yes. Yes. Oh my god. Okay, Reggie's alive. I'm so much happier. Okay, so 2.5 hours current stream. Let me open up the 10-point review system. There we go. So it took 8.5, right? 8.5. Let me make sure on Steam if it's even up to date. 9 hours. 8.8 hours. I'll round it up to 9 hours. Okay, significantly longer than the first one. Actually, here's what we're going to do. Not to add game time here. Hold up 1 second. Dude, I'm ready. I'm ready for the third. I'm so ready for the third already. Yeah, 2.5 hours lost. That's probably retries and probably loading time, if anything, which I doubt that. I don't know where it gets its time from. Okay, but dude, I'm so ready for the third. You can't do that to me. Oh, whoops. Okay. This one's gonna be fucking damn near identical to the first game. I mean, what's there to say? I mean, really, it honestly, I'm gonna take these headphones off. They're hurting my fucking head for right now. Honestly, so I gave the previous game a 10 out of 10 subjectively, right? And I think objectively, I think Tales of Iron is just simply a good game series. I just like it's just good. You're not going to find people who don't enjoy the game. You're not. You are simply the only people who wouldn't like it are dude bro shooter fans, right? Those are the only people. Of course. Oh, stop calling me. Anyway, we're gonna go through it's going to be a quick review. It's going to be a really quick review. There's nothing for me to add. That's just good. So graphically, overall, gets a 1 because it's its art style. It's unique. It won't be dated 10 years from now. It'll look the same. Will some things be rough? Probably. I don't know. By then, we're all going to be fucking plugged into the computers anyway. Sound design was, it was on par. Ambience, weapons clashing, monster sounds, footprints, just all the stuff. It works. Okay, it works. There's nothing too different from the first game. That's just how it is. Right, that's just how it is. And it does what it needs to do. Music was good. The Outskirts place, like that little guitar tune that played in the background, I love it. Everything's thematic. Even when you go up against the bats, it's very much so. It's very much, they have their own theme. It's fucking metal, it's fucking, hell yeah, dude. Of course, it's going to get a 1 from me because I'm biased as fuck in that regard. But the music is overall, well, tension music is tension music, ambient music is ambient music. It fits the theme, medieval theme. The only thing that stuck out was like the heavy metal stuff, but like I can appreciate it. As for bugs, there were issues in the game, but nothing game breaking that caused a crash or required a restart, or no soft locks. There's really not that many annoyances. I don't even, let's see, was there even a single annoyance? No, there really wasn't. There was like a few graphical errors here and there, but nothing crazy. Nothing that can't be fixed, or nothing that can, no major crash or no exploit that I'm aware of. I was able to make it to the end without it crashing. I almost froze the menus again. I could feel it. At some point, I almost froze the menus yet again. We'll come back to the story in a second. Effectiveness and engagement of gameplay. Listen, they added more powers. They added the ability to Upgrade armor. Thank God I couldn't think of it. They made killing monsters and minions actually worth it. You get more resources per the monsters you kill. There's a day and night cycle that actually matters because it dictates what enemies spawn when. Overall, I mean, definitely an improve. I mean, it's an improvement upon an already great gameplay loop, great gameplay system, whatever you want to call it. So that'll get a 1 objectively. I think people will enjoy it. I think it's fantastic. Replayability post-game. You can go on Bloody Whiskers difficulty. So I'm going to go out on a limb here. This is a CarmelOP first. Well, actually, there is side content for you to do on your own. There is. But is it post-game content? Are the tarot cards post-game? Are the slabs post-game? Are the side quests post-game? I guess you could say they are. I'd be hard-pressed to call those post-game content. But I'm going to go out on a limb here in a CarmelOP first and say, even though it does not have any yet, I will say that it'll most likely get post-game support, post-launch support. They did it for the first game. If they did, I'd be hard-pressed to say that they won't do it for this game. I genuinely believe they will support this game after when it came out like a week ago, a few days ago. I think it will get post-launch support. I genuinely do. DLC, boss rushes, whatever. Yeah, I think it will. I think we're good to go there. I can confidently say that. Confidently say that with a big CON. Confidently, they will definitely release post-launch DLC. The length is it too long? I don't think so. So the advantage of having a narrator throughout the game, it definitely helps keep you interested. It's a 9-hour title, honestly. Like, yeah, towards the end I was done. I didn't like how at the end you had 2 or 3 bosses back to back to back, or really difficult fights, or spongy enemies. I get it's thematic. It's a enemy castle. It's going to be filled with enemies that you have to defeat. I think there's a better way to do that other than throwing bosses in the way. That's just me. What was it? It was the hammer dude, it was the winged bat, and then the final boss. 3 bosses at the end. Typical video game bullshit of just having 3 of something, right? God, I wish I didn't beat it. I wish I could, like, still be excited. I'm still excited about it. It's a fantastic game, but whatever. But the length I think is a little too long. It's not the length, actually. It's just the padding at the end, because you have 3 boss fights within a half-hour span, you know? But either way, I think it's fine. 9 hours, a 9-hour experience, well, or 6.5, depending if you believe the game track, how the game kept track of my time. I cannot English today, y'all. I don't know why. For a $25 experience, I mean, you know, there's $60 games that, or well, it's now 70, that are more filler content than an actual game that lasts longer, but the time spent is not as good as it is here. So I think the length is just right. Environments, so they did the best they could. I think the environments were not as well done as the previous title. Well, no, I won't say that. So here's the issue when you have, and it's a back and forth. When you want to change, when you set a biome for your game, right? If you do like the biome of this game, you are kind of limited because you want to keep players immersed in the areas that they are in. So you are in the north, and if you hear that pop, that's my chair. It's fucking, I'm going to destroy it one day because I'm fat. When you do a certain biome, right, or you set the game setting in like the north for, you know, the purposes of this game, you can't really do too many. You can't go to a desert. You can't go to a lush jungle. You can't do certain things. And so with that being said, they're kind of limited on what they can do. Sure, you went to one place that kind of had a forest, but it was still kind of not like a jungle. And all that's to say is just that it's hard to pull it off. They kind of did. The environments are a step down from the first one, but they're still great. I think they did a good job of doing what they could in the biome they had, because it's a weird thing to explain. I can't really think of it right now because my brain's fried, because this is going on 6 hours of streaming total today. Fuck. I keep thinking of Legend of Zelda, but that's not really it's not really a good example because it has plenty of biomes. Either way, they did a good job with what they had. They had a good job with what they had. I want to say I wish they had more varying environments, but you can't because of the biome they are in, right? They're in a winter northern hemisphere biome. They cannot logically say, oh, here's a desert, here's a volcano, here's this, here's that, here's the other. They just logically can't. But I think they did a good job with the environments that they created with what they had. They didn't have Mole Town, which, you know, I get it. Mole Town is under the Crimson Keep, or under that area, so, you know, I can't really fault them for that. As for the story, really, it's really the narration that carries the story, because I'm going to be straight up here. The story is uninteresting. It's the same as Tales of Iron 1. Your keep is destroyed. The Crimson Keep, the Northern, what the fuck was it called? What's it called? Northern Ways. Winter's Edge. Crimson Keep and Winter's Edge both get destroyed. In both games, you have to rebuild their capabilities of providing you food, providing you armor, same dealio, and then you go and finally go on the offensive. Whether that's getting friends or not, whatever. It's literally the same story. Literally cut and dry, same story. Redemption arc, whatever you want to call it. I really don't know the 7 stories, or if that's even like a thing. It's a thing, I just don't know what the actual number is and what the actual thing is called. But it's the same exact story. Was it good in the first one? It was okay. Is it good in this one? It's okay. It's more or less, you're more worried about the character interactions themselves, I think. Even though there's not that many, everybody kind of seems to be willing to work together in this title. And that's because they don't have dialogue of their own. They don't have the capability of, like, orchestrating that this character doesn't like this character, doesn't like this character, doesn't like this character. Like, the most character development we got was at the end with Dennis. You know, and I'm, oh boy, that's going to be fun. Yeah, oh, and one more thing about gameplay before we, I gotta mention that while I'm thinking about it. But the story, it does its job. It does its job. Is it fantastic? No. Does it have a deep meaning? No. Is it intricate? No. But it does its job. Okay, so this is I put this in the script. I'll actually go ahead and read that off. So one thing that is a huge negative that honestly breaks my heart is that not all enemies have battle damage. In the base game, when you damage enemies, wounds would slowly appear on their bodies and you'd get covered in their blood. Here though, gore is not as gore here. Okay, that's what's fucking me up. Here though, the gore's not as prominent and it's a huge drawback. Here's why. In the first game, it's easy to dismiss it as haha cute, funny, cute little animals fighting until the battle damage system comes into play. Once it does, it adds a whole new layer of visceral horror that is war, but more importantly, the battles that occur during war. Without that extra layer of immersion, it takes away from the seriousness of Arlo's situation and the battles he fights in. Now, this could be a bug, and I pray that it is. If it's not, at the very least, devs should make it a setting. And that's pretty much it. The blood, the wound system, not all the enemies have those wounds as prominently. Arlo does not get covered in blood as prominently. And to finish that thought, it could be because of all the extra armor sets. They have to artistically put more blood on all the armor sets, and that's not easy. It's not easy. And, you know, if that's the reason, I get it, but, like, God, that takes away so much. It really does. It takes away so much at the end of the day. But yeah, besides that, the gameplay is just fine. And the entire package, can you recommend it to just a random person on the street? I believe you absolutely can. I believe it's a fantastic game that you can recommend to anybody. And I think most people will talk about it as well. So, on an objective scale, it gets a 10 out of 10. And on a subjective scale, that gets a 10 out of 10. Just a fantastic game. It really is. It's just a fantastic game. You can't beat it. It's a isolated experience that's just enjoyable. You know, there's enough gameplay systems there for you to enjoy without getting hypercritical about every single system. It's just good. I'm so pumped for the third. I'm so pumped. I'm ready for it. Oh God, it's so good. They probably will kill Reggie in the third, or they'll kill Arlo. I mean, they're definitely going to kill Dennis. Oh man. We'll see. He probably leads like a war band of like barbarian rats or something. I don't know, but I'm ready and I'm here for it. Well, that's it. That's the second game of 2025 that's going for review. And to say I'm excited would be an understatement. Now to write the script and edit and fucking try to think of ways to make the video better and keep you guys interested.